What's up, everybody? Good morning to you. How you doing? There we go, cleaning up those stream elements. Whew, boy, happy Wednesday, folks. I'll tell you what, I am all out of whack this week. I feel like yesterday I felt like it was Tuesday. Today I feel like it's Thursday. Yesterday it was Tuesday. Man, I don't even know what day it is. Oh well. It is a day in which we are here and we are streaming. So I'll take it, huh? We're good with those. Let's go ahead and get our chat set up. My chat plugin's been giving me a lot of issues lately, so bear with me for one moment. But let's go ahead and try it out here. If we do that, did it? Okay, cool. So TikTok chat is working. YouTube chat is not working. At least it's not pushing it onto the stream. I don't know why. I've had a lot of problems with it lately, so I'm going to troubleshoot that after stream. But John, I do see you on YouTube, my friend. Hello. Welcome in. What I mean by not working is typically it would push your chat to here, so the TikTok folks could see it, and y'all could talk back and forth. But it's not working, and I'm 5 minutes late on stream because I've been troubleshooting it and not getting it to work. So I am sorry about that. I'll try to fix it after stream today. But thanks for popping by, John. Good to see you, man. Dill, what's up, dude? Good morning to you. Happy Wednesday. Y'all, I still don't know what day it is. I need a big sticky note right here. It is Wednesday today. Yeah, Dill, TikTok chat's working. We got that one going. It's YouTube specifically, which we don't get that much chat on YouTube, so it's not the worst thing, but I am sad for the few folks who do want to tune in on YouTube. We'll fix it after stream, though. But Dill, how you doing today, buddy? Good to see you. We're doing something a little special today. Interesting. TikTok says it's already filtering comments to protect our user experience. How valiant of you, TikTok. I'm sure it was an absolutely horrible thing and not a completely innocuous comment in which someone used the word frog or something like that. Well, Dill, I hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by today, buddy. And hey, like I said, we got a little. Oh, I see Raffy's here too. I didn't notice you slipping in, Raffy, sneaking in the back door. Welcome in, buddy. Phoenix, you said every time I turn off the community filters. Oh, are you saying every time you mod, you turn off the community filters? I think that's probably what you're saying, huh? Yeah. Okay, I don't even know how to do that, dude. More chat settings. Yeah, I don't know, man. Raffy, I'm sorry about that, dude. That's rough. Well, I appreciate your positivity, my friend, and I am glad to have you here. Good morning to you, buddy. I hope you slept well, and if you didn't, well, kick back and relax, because we're gonna have some fun today. I've been thinking about this map too much, and I really wanted to get back to it, y'all. So we're gonna have a surprise fantasy map stream today. Y'all, they changed the chat box font size here, so reading your chat is hard on my old eyes. Can I change that? I can change, yeah, content size. Okay, never mind. TikTok, you're good to go. I take back my critique. That is a wonderful setting. I do know you didn't sleep well, Raffy. Sorry, buddy. Man, you never sleep well. You get too much going on. You're too active. Emily, we are doing maps. I know maps are on Friday, but I've been really itching to get back to this one. And we did an impromptu map stream today. I kind of I always do maps on Friday, but the rest of the streams just kind of feel out how I'm feeling, on beforehand, and we kind of go with what feels best. And today felt like it was time to make some maps. Other name, welcome in, my friend. Good morning to you. Thanks for stopping by. Paul, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Phoenix, you might have been filtered for saying the name of my book? Dude, that's rude. TikTok, how about no? I need to sell those things to make a living. Raffy says, Map Wednesday, this is the energy we need on hump day. Mandori, hey, welcome in. You said, could you add the village of Elm Shadow? You know what, Mandori? We're going to do it just for you, buddy. We're going to do it just for you. I feel like, all right, now, there's a question of where to put it. I feel like it goes in the swamp down here. That Elm Shadow feels like a very swampy name for a city, right? Or a village, you said. Lore, good morning. Good to see you. Welcome into our impromptu Wednesday map stream. We're going to add a little village real quick for Mandori. And I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to stick, if we're calling it Elm Shadow, we're going to put some elm trees around there too. Yeah, it does feel very druid, doesn't it? I know that there are elm trees in here. Or wait, no, I'm thinking of willows. I'm not actually sure what an elm looks like. Okay, it looks like a tree. Oh, Goat Man, I'm sorry, dude. It is not Friday. Most regrettably. But I don't know. I'm not ready for Friday yet. I don't know about y'all. Like, I mean, Fridays are lovely, but I got a lot of stuff I want to do this week. I got some tasks I want to get to, some productivity before Friday, before the weekend. And I promise they are not all making maps. Yesterday was a long year, says Senior Goat Man. Oh, but I'm sorry to hear that, dude. That's rough. I feel that, though. Yeah, Paul. A Druid Grove and Wriggly Little Hands would be very funny. You know what, guys? In regards to... Alright, let me write these... Elm Shadow. Write these names down so I don't forget them. In regards to Wrigley, my wife and I had a 2-hour business meeting yesterday about the future of the series and what plans we're going to do for it. Yeah, I got nothing ready to announce just yet, but definitely some exciting thoughts that we discussed, put together some financial projections and boring stuff like that. That's important to making sure that it is a sustainable business practice, but I think the future looks bright for Wrigley. I'll say that so far. I'll say that at the moment. Alright, we gotta find the right houses for this little town, this little village. I know we use these little guys for the goblins. I don't think they should have better houses than the goblins do, right? Cam, thank you for the roses, my friend. That's very kind of you. Very kind of you. Here, I give a gift back. Here, this goblin's for you, buddy. There you go. That one's yours. Thank you, Cam. I return gifts now. That's my new thing. Don't feed it after midnight. We figured out yesterday that that's something you shouldn't do. Also, do not let it get a hold of matches. Alright, I think I'm using... these are kind of 2D, aren't they? These aren't... what's that word I always forget? When you look at something from a 3D perspective, it's like a game name style. I can't remember what it's called exactly at the moment. I always forget it, and it bothers me because it's... Thank you, Paul. Paul, if I just forget it, just assume that it's isometric. That's what I mean to say. Thank you, Paul. You always get me with the isometric that I very much need. Thank you for the follow, Cam. I appreciate that. Welcome in, my friend. If you don't know, we do maps typically on Fridays, but man, I'm just so excited about them. I wanted to do it today. So we're jumping into it today. And Mandori in chat requested we create the village of Elm Shadow, so we're picking out some houses to make a little druid village. Let's see if we can't find some good houses for that. Yeah, see, these are a little too photorealistic. We need to stick in the fantasy world and parchment world. Hey, welcome in, Faded Omelet. How you doing, man? It is a fantasy map Wednesday. We're getting a little bit surprising here. All right, that's a cool house. That's kind of druid-esque, right? Maybe something like this. It almost looks like it's open to the outside. Ooh, you know what? Hold on. Misclick. There we go. Okay, I got a reason for picking that. I'll go into it here in a minute. Mandori, my book. Well, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them here. But the newest one, and the one that I think will be my brand going forward, is in the top middle, right above Rise to Glory. It's called Wriggly Little Hands. And here, I'll pull up a bigger cover for it. It's not that one. It's this one. It is a comedy fantasy about goblins on a road trip for the Dark Lord. And they set out to do evil, and turns out they're not as evil as they think they are. A really fun book. Just released it a couple weeks back. And, oh, you bought it! Well, thank you, Mandarin. Did you know about the stream, or did you pick it up outside of it? That's sick. I love that. I hope you enjoy it. Oh, man, I wish I could see the animation on the gift. Cam, thank you for the big shout-out. It doesn't show me the animations on my end. So I don't get to see what cool thing you sent me. Ah, Mandarin, you saw the Roll for Sandwich promo. Man, that's awesome. That's what I want to hear. I'm really glad that went over so well. I love Roll for Sandwich. It was so cool to be able to spend money on them. Like, just a great channel. And also to promo my book really was a dream come true. So I'm so glad that you saw it there. And that sandwich was horrific. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Aaron, you're spot on. Cupcakes on a sandwich was a crime. And I'm very sorry. Alright, so I think I love these. Here, I've got some logic behind this. This is kind of the house structure I'm going for this village. Because I am being inspired by these traditional Native American Florida Seminole Native American houses, which I can't get on screen at the moment. Let me change over to here. Put this up. This is a lot of work just to show an image. When I'm set up for map stream, it's a little bit harder to display capture. There's like these traditional like long houses that the Seminole Indians had, and being from Florida, I think they're very cool. And I feel like that's very elm, or very, very druid. So that's what I'm going to use. That's why I picked that house. It feels like a nice fantasy amalgamation of that. So, yeah, I messed up my everything by doing that. Should have just left it out of description. Paul, I would love to have Sinicio in Wriggly Little Hands, and I do not see a reason that we couldn't have a character like him make an appearance. That seems entirely likely. Yeah, Paul, you are correct. The orcs live in the mountains. You know what? We could add some mountains. You know what? We're going to do that, Paul. I like it. Hold, please. We're going to drop some text up here. And we're going to say Orc Mountain something something goes here. So that's going to be a reminder, Paul. We're going to put these mountains in here. Where the orcs come from, where Robert, their foreign exchange cousin, comes from. Cam, thank you. I appreciate that, my friend. Thanks for stopping by. We're here every weekday at 7 a.m. Central Time. So, pleasure to meet you, my friend. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and hope to see you in future. Have a good one, dude. So we're going to go ahead. I really like the green on these houses. but only one of them comes in green. Um, so I'm going to do a little color shift on them. So let's see if we can't make this red one a little bit more green. Bunny O Bones with the 15 roses. Wow, did they update the rose graphic? It looks different. That's like a... Oh, no, it's not rose. It's Rosa. Interesting. Thank you. I appreciate that. You're heading off to work on it. Hey, take this gift back with you. You gave me a gift. I give you a gift. This one's for you, buddy. Thank you very much. Good luck with your maps. I hope they go well. Oh, Paul, you got to the goblins what they wish of the genie. Yeah, considering you teach, no surprise you figured out how that was going south real quick. They did word that pretty poorly, didn't they? I was really proud of that one. I feel so bad for that poor genie. All right, this is turning it a little greener than I'd like it to be. Let me get it more in screen here. It's behind the chat because we're trying to color shift this house a little bit. Okay, it's just a little bit too green. It's like comical green, right? Like I don't really. So maybe greens. If green's not coming through, we need to do a different color. Maybe something like that. We'll give them some like autumnal vibes, huh? So let's color shift this one to match. I'm sure we can do it. There you go. It's moss covered. I like that. I like that explanation. Alright, that's close. It's not perfect, but it's close. Now let's grab these. Now we're going to go from blue to the orangey green. This one might be a challenge because it's pretty far, starting pretty far away. But that's okay. We'll make it work however we do it, you know? Mandora, you're very good at naming things. You got those fantasy location names just locked in, ready to go. Yo, I don't know if I can change these blue ones. It's a shame because I really like them. But I'm not. Their initial colors are too far away from each other to really color it. It is truly just a color shift. I can't actually recolor them fully. I can only like shift their color. I'm not sure. Green's gonna be something like this, and the wood looks wrong, right? So I think we're gonna have to avoid those. So we'll just grab other versions. And we got this green one. It's okay. I don't love it. And if we go to here, yeah, that's the only one like that. So kind of a limited house pack. Not ideal. Let's go ahead and make them smaller. Make you bigger. All right, now let's look at our other. We want to make sure that these. Here's our scale reference. We're going to put it next to a goblin house. I think it should be bigger than a goblin house too, because the goblins aren't making grand architecture, you know? There we go. That's going to be the scale of the house. Impage, you said question for map names. If you don't have them, would we be naming them from goblin perspective? Yeah, it's a good question. I think so. Oh no, I think not. I think this is going to be an overall map of this region, named by people that are not goblins. The goblins really don't know anything outside of their little swamp. And in the book, we get the goblin map, but it's not very helpful. It's just things like, you know, bad, spooky, big boss live here, no go here, and whatnot. So I think we name these from a regular perspective. Within the context of it is a comedy fantasy world, so we're allowed to have fun and name things like the Swamp of Sadness and Sweaty Under Things. And Copycat, welcome in. Yes, thank you. Paul, it is called inkcarnate.com. That's a free map making tool, and it's super fun to use. I have far too much fun using it. And Paul, you are spot on about the druids being outside. or preferring to be outside. So we're just going to do a couple houses. I'm not going to do too big of a place down here. But I do love this house right here on the water. I'm not loving this one. This feels a little bit too structured for a druid, so I'm going to get rid of that. Maybe just do a couple houses down here. Oh, Copycat, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. That's very kind. Thank you. Welcome in. I hope your Wednesday's off to a good start. And hey, feel free to hang out as we make some fantasy. Make a little fantasy map today. Maybe something like that. I feel like we can see if there's a tree house. Well, there's a lot of trees and there's a lot of houses, but it seems to have not gotten the message for tree house. I think there would be in. You know what we need to look is elves. Elves are going to have assets for this. Yeah, I think they're going to be in the wrong asset library. Well, I don't even really see them. Yeah. I'm sure there is. I've definitely seen like tree houses and such. But they all look very elvish. That's a nice tree. Y'all can't see it, but look at that. I love this tree. Doesn't fit on the map, but it's nice looking. Alright, let's color shift this one because I think this could work in there with the thatch and whatnot. I know it's kind of peasant vibes, but I think it could work for druid too. Assuming we can get it to go green. Hey, look at that. We can totally make it green. Kind of something like... That's pretty close. That's pretty close. A little less saturation on it. Boom. I mean, that blends right in. That blends right in. I dig it. We have other houses like that in the asset pack. Ah, we got a second one. Ooh, that one's moss covered, dude. Look at that. I know that's supposed to be thatch. But that looks like moss, like grass growing, or turf right up the side, you know? Born to Cellaborn said, hey, what's a good tip to help enhance my vocabulary when writing? Honestly, I don't think that a big vocabulary is that important. The focus of writing is to communicate ideas in a way that your reader understands. And in fact, most advice will tell you to write on a lower reading level than you might anticipate. So I think that a big vocabulary is at least specifically for fantasy and whatnot, not that important. That being said, if you want to grow your vocabulary, there's nothing wrong with literally like doing those word of the day things that a lot of dictionaries do, where you literally just learn a new word each day. I think if you just go to like Merriam-Webster.com, they have stuff like that. Or just, look up a random word each day in the dictionary. I think that's a real solid way to do it. But I wouldn't focus on it too much because the last thing you want is for your reading, your book, your story to sound like you were just picking words out of a thesaurus, Ooh, I like this one. I like this one tucked in amidst the trees. Look at that. It's just peeking out. Sam Shell, welcome in, my friend. Good to see you. Yeah, we're doing a surprise map day today. I really wanted to just get to work on the map a little bit. I've been talking about it so much with folks and just wanted to get back to it. So here we are on a surprise map Wednesday. And we're making a little village. Someone requested a druid village, so we're just throwing it down here on the corner of the map real quick. It's a little too structured right now, I think. Yeah, isn't it a cool little building? The A-frame? I like it a lot. I'm gonna try to set these houses like really into the foliage though, because this is supposed to be druids, right? So like they need to be tucked away in here. Smoking Barrel Tavern, welcome in. Good to see you again. Hard name to forget. Such a cool name. The program is inkcarnate.com. I'll put it in chat for you. It is a free online map maker. Highly recommend it. It's literally just a website. Great tool, tons of fun. And you can make maps like this one. We've only got the left third filled in so far, but we'll work on it. We'll expand it out there. Stinky Boy, good morning. How you doing? Good to see you. I think I missed some chat there. Impage says, why use many word when few word do trick? Impage also said, it's probably good to expand your vocabulary, but not necessarily to limit it to more complex words. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. It's about using the correct word at the correct time. Oh, Stinky, you haven't seen the map program before. It's called inkcarnate.com. I just dropped it in chat a minute ago, but we'll put it again. Free online map maker. It's got a pro tier if you want, but the free one's fine, you know. Grubert Bobel, thank you for following. Appreciate it. Happy Wednesday to you, my friend. Hope you're doing well, and thanks for dropping in. Paul, you asked, I know you're eager to make more books in the Wriggly Little Hands universe. For folks that don't know, that's this book, which is actually where this map is from. This is where the goblin... that book is about goblins on a road trip, and they start out working for the Dark Lord. So this is the Dark Lord's domain, and the goblins live down here, so we're just making a map for where the story starts. But Paul, you said, I know you're excited to make more books in the Wriggly Little Hands universe. Do you think it will make it harder to finish the Servant of Rage series? Paul, we have accounted for that. I won't announce anything specifically just yet, but I think you'll be happy. I'll say that. I think you're going to be pleased with the decision and the timelines that we are putting together for everything. It's not final just yet, but I'm really liking what we've been working on. Tommy boy, how's it going, man? How you doing? Welcome back in. Good to see you. Been a little while, but hope your job's been going well. You've been working hard, I'm sure. Good to see you, dude. Y'all, I got a question for you. Really important question. Grandmaster Sam says Lava River Wednesday. Y'all, if you weren't here on the last map stream, we watched me slowly lose my sanity attempting to create these lava rivers. They were very hard to make. It involves getting deep into the settings of Incarnate, but we figured it out. We got our lava lake and our lava rivers, and then a couple like fire ravines. It's very off-brand Mordor up there. But no, yeah, we're gonna make a map today, Sam. But I think we're gonna stay out of the Dark Lord's domain. We're doing something else here. But y'all, question for you: if this is a little druid village down here, if this is a druid village, would they have paths between them? Because what I would be inclined to do is grab something like this and do a little path. Oh wait, I'm painting the wrong layer. Do like paths between the houses, right? Do you think if this is a druid village, would they have paths, or would they revel in keeping it green, keeping good old grass in there? Stinky Boy, I have hardcovers for Servant of Rage on the top left. I don't have hardcover for any of my other books. It's just really, for most of them, paperback sales aren't that big compared to ebook sales or audiobook sales, so it's really not worth the investment to create hardbacks until a book does really well. My publisher wanted to do them for Servant of Rage, that's why we have them, but also for like Wriggly Little Hands, which is kind of my new brand going forward. I don't think a hardback feels appropriate. It's a silly little book. It's supposed to be fun and goofy. It's supposed to feel like something you pick up at the airport, and hardback just doesn't quite feel right. I see there's a lot of opinions here about the paths question. Vexiv says they'd have desire paths for sure. Jack Ann says, I think they're nature-based, right? Wouldn't they try to avoid damaging their surroundings? That's kind of what I was thinking, Jack Ann. Unless they regenerate the nature, says Vex. Born to Celeborn, I would imagine less paths the farther into the foliage. Ooh, Paul, I like you coming in with the facts. He said, I believe 5e druids can move through terrain without damaging it. Ooh, I like that. Without leaving a trail. Okay, well then no paths. I'm going to stick with that explanation. I dig it. So we're going to do that then. No paths. No paths in the druid village. Also, I need to get its name. We're going to grab this. And we'll put the name down here in a minute. Just pop that over. And I think I also need to do one of these little lines. Just need to draw it though. Stinky, you love hardbacks. Yeah, hardbacks are awesome. I need to sell good enough to have them, well enough to have them. So hey, here's to selling well enough that they make sense to have. I'd be very excited about that. All right, let's make this stroke size a little bigger. I want to highlight this name with our little line tool trick that we've shown. I think I'm just not liking how I'm drawing it. That was almost good. That was almost good. Oh, Tommy boy, I did see it earlier. You said you've been up too late streaming. Well, I'm glad you've been streaming, man. I hope it's going well for you. Holy cow, what a gift. Tommy with the Tommy boy stream with the Galaxy gift. I appreciate that, man. That was, I mean, it doesn't show me the animations often, but it showed me that one. That one was insane. Thank you, Tommy boy. Here, I have a new thing. When someone gives me a gift, I give them a gift back. So here you go. This is your gift. Don't let it get in the matches. Don't feed it after midnight. Yeah, you'll figure out the rest. It'll be good. You'll be all right. All right. So I like where that line was for the text, but I kind of want to. Here, we're just gonna do it out here. We're gonna group them together so I can just move it as one, without all those textures beneath it. There we go. Highlight them both. That got 3 things. Group them. Oh, AJ, you're saying the Galaxy Paul came from Tommy Boy Streams, which I'm assuming is the stream of Tommy Boy Music, who hangs out with us here. Longtime stream fan. And AJ, thank you. Celeborn from Lord of the Rings. It's one of those names that I have seen written so many times, never pronounced. So thank you, AJ. Celeborn. Oh, some good questions here. Let's zoom out. We can take a moment to look at the map progress while I answer these questions. Skooky.ookie or Skokie.okie said, what's something I can add to a world I'm designing? I'm hand drawing everything on notebook paper for my best friends. Skokie, add whatever you're excited about. Like I don't know, could be a swamp, could be caverns of oh, my fingers completely cut off. I can't even see what I'm pointing at. Could be these creepy caverns up in here. I said sky's the limit, but if you want something fun, do this. Do a ravine like this, but instead of filling it with fire, put a road through it. I think it's really interesting to have a road descending into a steep ravine like this, and where's it going? I think that would be mysterious and interesting. You could put anything you want though into the map. Simp1X, you said, is Wriggly Little Hands your best book ever? Simp, it is almost. It is my second best so far. Warden on the bottom right here is still my best-selling book ever, and it's my first one. But you know what, y'all? I think I said this the other day. Warden was written to be adult-friendly and young adult-friendly, and Wriggly Little Hands was kind of written the same, but accidentally, I didn't really think about it. It just ended up being YA-friendly. And the 2 books that I wrote that are YA-friendly are my best-selling books by a mile. So it feels like they're telling me something there, right? I feel like there's a trend. Impage says, I'm not at the computer, but I think when you draw a line, there might be an option with the dots or squares that should let you manually adjust the curve after it's drawn. Well, let's see. I don't initially see one. Yeah, I don't see a way to change it. Skokie.oki says this looks so cool designing on a computer. You must either love your player or maps. Yeah, I love the maps. I love the maps for sure. I just did this for fun. But Skokie, it's incarnate.com. I'll put it in chat here. It's a free map maker, so by all means, check it out. That being said, though, there's a lot of love that goes into hand drawing it, so props to you. That's super cool. And thank you for the follow, Skokie and Gregolicious, which is a very fun name. Welcome in, y'all. Happy Wednesday to you. Typically, we make the maps on Fridays, but I was itching to get after it. I really wanted to do it, so here we are. We're jumping in a little bit early here. Well, Tommy boy, we miss having you here, but I'm glad you could stop by, and I'm glad that your stream's going well, dude. Rock on. I need to make sure to tune into it. I'd love to come see it. What time? What time do you do it normally? Amphid, you said I think it's a setting before you've drawn the line, and then after it's drawn, you could edit it. Oh, so it's a setting that I have to turn on before I draw the line? Oh, I see the settings here, style. That's just going to be stylistic, though. It's just going to be like dots. Yeah, there might be. There might be. I'm not seeing it, but that's all right. We'll see if we can find it in future. What Pokemon are you playing, Tommy boy? I definitely am a fan. Lexi Lou, what program are you making this on? It'd be great for my campaigns. Lexi, it's called inkcarnate.com. Put it in chat right there. It's a free online map maker. I love it. It's a ton of fun. And yeah, it's great for campaigns. I mean, you can totally... I'm making a bit more of a zoomed out map, but you can totally do like battle maps and stuff with it. They have a bunch of assets for that. Ah, gotcha, Tommy boy. So you're playing a little more competitive with it. I'm still playing the classic games on my phone. You know, the 90s Game Boy games. Oh, you're welcome, Lexi, and thanks for tuning in. Pleasure to have you. Happy Wednesday. Well, sick, Tommy. I'm going to try to catch that. I'm going to try to see if I can't tune in for one of those streams, my dude. I want to see what you're doing. All right, I need like one more house down here, I think, and then we're going to call this little druid village good to go. Maybe we just, I don't know, maybe it's good as, the goblins have 4 buildings. The druids need at least 6, right? I don't know, I guess they could be less numerous than the goblins. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it there. So let me highlight the houses. That's the last thing I wanted to do. We're going to reduce our stroke size a bit. How's that? Is that a good size? Too small, too small. Something like that. There we go. So y'all, this is a little trick that I like to show off. You get your line tool. You know, I could draw lines, but you make it big and you make it blurry. And then what you do is you put it behind houses like this. And it highlights the edge of the houses. I think it's a really good way to highlight certain features. I don't think I did that one well enough, though. Let's get that right in screen for you. So, like this, draw that line, and then just put it behind the house. And it's going to make your houses, or whatever it is you're highlighting, stand out. I really love it for just making things more visible. Lexi, you're spot on. Yeah, the houses are, I don't know, for rainy days maybe, and the druids just be hanging out outside of that. Also, it's hard to show on a map that there are any sort of sentient humanoids there without giving a you know, some sort of structures like this. Alright, I think one more line. We're going to do this house down here. Boom. Alright. And now our town stands out a little bit. We'll put its name over top. I almost kind of want it to follow the curve of the river. Mad Hatterson, you said it kind of looks like Fantasy Chernobyl. I don't know. If I was picking Fantasy Chernobyl, I'd probably say it's this hellscape up here. Tommy Boy says, what area would I want to live on this map? Oh, man, I'm a swamp guy. I'm from Central Florida. I love my swamps and my wetlands, so down in the swamp. I mean, I know it's called the Swamp of Sadness and Sweaty Underthings. Maybe we could work on the sadness part, but I think that's where I'd be pretty happy at. Alright, unfortunately, I'm going to have to destroy my line for Elm Shadow because I'm going to change the curvature of it a little bit. Oh, I think it'd be really cool if it followed the bend of the river right here, but that's just too much of a curve at the present. So let's make it a little less. Kind of like that. I need you to rotate. There we go. I think that's kind of good, right? It blends in a little bit, but once we highlight it, it should be better. Lexi says that was Florida's original name anyway. Maverick, it's a website called inkcarnate.com, free map maker. I just put it in chat there. Feel free to check it out. Y'all, I like that question, Tommy Boy. I'm gonna pose it to everybody else. If I know there's only 3 regions so far, but you could look at the names of the others and kind of extrapolate, I guess. But if you had to pick a place to live on this map, and there's not a lot of good options, what would it be? You want to be in the Citadel of Shadow and Sin, the spider-infested caverns of Whispering Web, the goblin and druid-filled swamps of sadness and sweaty underthings, or perhaps the plains of abandoned hope and paralyzing fear, or the yet-to-be-created orc mountains of something something goes here. Derek, Swamp of Sadness all day. I think I saw another swamp. Was it Paul? Paul said swamp as well. Yeah. All right. Well, there's our little druid village. Are we happy with the name? Following the bend of the river. I think I like it. I think it kind of implies, like, I don't know. It implies that they might use the river a lot. Mad, you already live in the plains of abandoned hope and paralyzing fear? Where are you in? What are you in? The American Great Plains or something? Grandmaster, you said you'll take the lava cave. I really read that as lava cake, and it didn't sound like too bad of a deal. So, Grandmaster, you're going right down here for the lava cave. I dig it. You're gonna be sweating a lot down there. Maybe sweating more than the Swamp of Sadness and Sweaty Underthings. Ah, you're in Central Florida as well, Mad. Nice, but you're born out in the Great Plains. Gotcha. Well, enjoy Central Florida for me. I'm in Texas for the time being, but my heart's still in the Florida wetlands. Tommy Boy says you'll also take the lava. Could make some good defenses. You certainly could. You certainly could there. I mean, you know, when you have a natural moat made of a lava river and a fire ravine, you're pretty, and you're built on the side of a volcano, you're pretty good. Paul, I did not, no, I did not start this TikTok when I lived in Florida. I haven't lived in Florida since 2017, when we moved to London after that. So yeah, it's been a little while since I've actually lived there, sadly. Alright guys, we gotta do a new region. I think oh, you know what, actually I need to finish off, I wanted to replace some trees here to knock off the druids area a little bit. But we gotta do another region on this map. What do we think it's gonna be? What do you want? Do you want the hoodoos of who goes there? The rapids of regret? The plains of abandoned hope and paralyzing fear? The orc mountains? Where are we going next, y'all? I'll zoom out here in a moment after I finish placing this foliage. Paul, I think that TikTok knows that I talk about Florida a lot or something. Or maybe the Florida people, the Florida men are just drawn together. We recognize our own. All right, I think we need to. The druids aren't going to live right on the edge, so we're gonna paint their green a little bit more real quick. I wouldn't be surprised if I have a Florida area code on my phone, Paul. So it could be that. It could be that TikTok knows that, so it's pushing me to Florida folks. Either way, you're just preparing for my triumphant return, right? We got to build up the Florida followers, so when I come back, there'll be a full parade greeting. Impage, I am using the line tool for this. That is how we're doing it. I still don't see that setting though. Yeah, Paul, I'm definitely not doing any searches for them today. Not after last night's tragedy. What was I doing? I got distracted. Oh, I was gonna paint in the side of the swamp real quick. Let me see what green I used. I used Fantasy World Asset Pack Swamp Grassland. It is the swamp brush. Okay, so let's go to here, open the catalog, make sure we're in Fantasy World, and look up Grassland. And I said specifically I used grass. I used swamp, sorry. What are words? I think it's this one. That color's not quite right. No, I don't think that color is right. I've painted over this like I've merged a lot of colors in here, but that doesn't look right to me. Is it? Ah, here it is. There it is. I found it. It's literally called Swampy Grassland. See, I'm just gonna stretch this out a little bit because I feel like the druids wouldn't be living right on the border. Okay, so we're gonna paint it like that. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna make our brush size a bit bigger. We're gonna turn our opacity down, and we're gonna grab our watercolor. Which one was that? Deep Sea Green, I believe it is. So we're gonna go to Fantasy Regional. We're gonna pick up Deep Sea. Hey, thank you for the follow, Spencer. Appreciate that, man, and happy Wednesday to you. How you doing today, buddy? Good to see you. Good to meet you. I'm not seeing my Deep Sea Green in here. Got Tropic Sea Green. Oh, that actually looks spot on. Okay, so maybe it's Tropic Sea Green. I'll change that. There we go. All right. Oh, you like my videos, Spencer? Thank you, man. I appreciate that. It's really hard for me to make them. I'm not good at it. I'm glad they're working for you. If you click the one under the pin, it should highlight points in the line that you can adjust. So I'm going to do this and click the one under the pin. Oh, I see it now. The one under the pin, though, you said. Gotcha. Okay, I didn't even notice that the pin was there. That's nice. Look at that. There you go, Impage. Impage, I knew you were correct because you know so much about Incarnate. Oh, sorry. I'm just trying to figure out what I'm doing. That's cool, too. I just didn't see the option. But, dude, rock on. Thank you. That's pretty sick. Now I know how to do that. Y'all, what I'm doing here is the way I'm creating the swamp texture is we're basically like wet on wet painting it as if it were, a real paint. We're just going to apply various layers of blue and green until we mix it all together and make it very swampy. Marshmaster, love the name, my guy. So this is a wetlands friendly podcast live stream for sure. Awesome name, dude. You said you ever make these maps for Ren fairs. I haven't. Totally could. Could be a fun way to do it. As long as there's an interest for it. Spencer, you said working on my campaign, Hellboy 2 inspired vampire campaign where the vampires originate from the Fae. Spencer, tell me more. That sounds incredible. I love Hellboy. The Guillermo del Toro movies were incredible. The second one is a beautiful tragedy. That campaign sounds amazing. I love it, dude. That's incredible. Alright, I think I need a little more blue throughout in here. Because if you look at the rest of the swamp, you can see there's a difference in my colors here. So we gotta get that blue really, really in there. Grimm's Games. We are using inkcarnate.com, my friend, as a free fantasy map maker. And also welcome in. A pleasure to have you here today. Hope your Wednesday's going well. Slendy, welcome in, my friend. Derek, you're going to grab pizza and pick up the missus? Hey, have a good morning. Thanks for being here, Derek. Tell the missus hi. Enjoy the pizza. That sounds incredible. I'm a little bit jealous. I've only had coffee so far. Breakfast pizza sounds lovely. Yes, please. I think I got some sort of a notification noise, but I don't see what... Ah, there it is. Spencer sent a hi, Bear. Well, thank you, Spencer. I appreciate that. Very generous of you. And you know what? Since you gave me a gift, here's a gift for you. This one's for you. You can have one of my little goblin guys. So, there you go. Don't feed it after midnight. Don't let it get into the matches. Your house is going to be utter chaos from now on, but it's worth it because they're cute. I promise. Slendy, you said you're doing laundry and eating sweet and sour beef, or rice and beef. All right, all right. It's a questionable breakfast, but you know what? Enjoy. I hope it's great. All right, there we go. I think that painting's pretty good. We're pretty happy with that. So let's throw some trees on there and call it done, because I didn't want to work on the swamp all day today. Spencer, you're naming him Dennis. I love it. I love it. All right, I'll throw some bamboo in here. Now let's grab some roughage, as they'd call it at Roll for Sandwich. Oh, those are a little bit big, actually. We gotta make these bushes smaller. Like that. There we go. That's the scale that we're using here. Paul, you got to start making breakfast. I mean, you said you may pop in later if I'm still going. Well, thank you, Paul. I appreciate that. Have a good day as well, my friend. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Have a good Wednesday. Y'all, if you don't know the map we are making, let's zoom out real quick. We're this far along in it. It's pretty fun. It is from my book, Wriggly Little Hands, which came out a couple weeks ago, about goblins on a road trip for the Dark Lord, and this map is where they start at. This is the starting region of the book. It's one of my mini books that I've published, but don't tell the others, but it's my favorite. It's definitely my favorite. And we wanted to make a map from it. So if Wriggly Little Hands sounds interesting to you, you can find it on Amazon. It's ebook, paperback, audiobook, along with all these other fine books. Impage, hilarious. You can visualize the beginning of the story. And if you read through it, you'll know what these regions are. I feel like the green of the swamp's a little bit off. Yeah, it just needs some more trees. I think it just needs some more trees. Let's get these trees up in here. There we go. I love this one. That's very cypressy. Love a good cypress tree. Alright, and probably just a couple more trees still. We gotta get it just right. Look at this one with this like Spanish moss draping off of it. Oh, love that. Where to put it? I think that's probably good tree-wise. And just a little more ground cover. I still need my ferns. What's a swamp without a little bit of fern? Some reeds. Other various wetland plants. There we go. Do one more. Boom, now it's perfect. It's done. We've done it, folks. Yeah, the other part of the swamp does look slightly less saturated, doesn't it, Impage? I think I used a slightly wrong green for it. I was hoping the trees would cover it up better, but maybe we just do a quick repainting on it. It's the blue is what it is. I used a different blue, I think. Let me see if I can find the right blue. I really wish I could just have like a full history of stamps used, because I wrote down the blue, but I'm not seeing it. I wrote down that it was from the Fantasy Regional Pack, and it was Deep Green Sea, but I'm just not seeing that. Might just need to wing it. Got a warm blue sea. Doesn't look terrible. Does that make it look a bit better there? A bit more natural? Let's grab our green and go over top of it. Whoop, last stroke was a bit much. I think that looks a lot better. It's still not quite right. But I don't know, maybe the you know, could have a lore explanation for it. The trees, the foliage just grows more more densely, more vibrantly around the druids. Could even just fully and intentionally change the color of the green here overall to signify a slightly different region of the forest. Do something like that so it stands out. Maybe on the opposite bank we kind of put a little bit of it like it's the border. Kind of dig that as a vibe. Different regions within the swamp, you know? I'm actually a fan. I'm digging this. That's what we're going to do. Whoop, too much, too much. Light on the blue, Alex. Light on the blue. Alright, it's this green. A little bit over top. I wish we could mix a little bit better. I'm manually mixing it. Is there maybe a blend mode option for the painting? Doesn't look like it. I wouldn't expect there to be. It's not, you know, a mask. There we go. I think that looks good, though. Exactly, Impage. Can't make it the same, just figure out a reason why it's inconsistent. As long as you make it lore, who can argue with you? Oh, Bobby Guzman on YouTube. I'm sorry I missed your comment. This is Incarnate. I'll put it in YouTube chat for you. It's incarnate.com. Free map maker. And Ian Garcia Grant, good to see you. Y'all, if you are watching on YouTube, I apologize. My stream chat is not working for YouTube today. I don't know what's going on with it. I spent like 5 minutes troubleshooting it. It looks like it might work now that I just looked at it again. Let's try it. Did it work? Yes, it did. YouTube. All right, YouTube, you are back in the game, guys. Welcome in. My stream combined chat program has been having some issues. And it has been giving me a lot of problems lately, so I got to figure out what's going on with it. I feel like at this point, this title for Swamp of Sadness and Sweaty Underthing should move like over here. I think this is a better place for it. What do y'all think? Kind of dig it there. And do we want to highlight it? Do we want to use our line tool trick? Impage, I can favorite brushes? Man. Yeah, I sure can, dude. I've been using Incarnate for all this time, and I just never looked at the little ribbon right there to favorite. Incredible. Okay, I'm going to start doing that. With anything we build new going forward, I'm going to favorite them. And then I'll just unfavorite them when I'm done with the map. That way I have a little library. Thank you, Impage. That's incredible. I would be so lost without you. Alright, let's grab the line tool and go ahead and highlight, I think, biggest stroke size we can get. Oh boy, Alex, come on now. Alright, let's try this. Impage has taught us something new, so let's try it. Is this the one? No, not quite. It's the one beneath it. Okay, so you draw the line, then you select nodes. Got it. Thank you, Yuck Yuck. I am fond of this swamp. I really like the rivers in it. How they come out of the mountains. They come out of the mountains and flow downward. It's not quite accurate of how a swamp would flow, specifically. But we even got some oxbows in the river and whatnot. I'm a big fan. I love it. This one's actually a true oxbow. It's actually completely cut off from the river. So thank you. I'm fond of this swamp. Impage, I'm going to use the trick you taught me. We're going to draw our line, then we're going to go to the node tool, and we're going to move it around a little bit. Can I select multiple nodes at once? No. That would be helpful. I'm very used to using nodes because I do a lot of graphic design when I have graphic design to do in Inkscape. You can see why I'd get confused on those. And it is a vector-based graphic design program. Absolutely love it. Nodes are awesome. The whole vector design idea is awesome. Infinitely scalable. I love it. Do we like the green streak behind it, y'all, to make it easier to read? I think it might be a bit much, huh? What do y'all think? I think it's too much. Slindy, you said it's fantasy. It doesn't have to be completely accurate. Autark of the Wilds, welcome in, my friend. This map is for Wriggly Little Hands, my comedy fantasy about goblins on a road trip. And this is where the book begins, down here in the Swamp of Sadness and Sweaty Underthings. Right down here, and the goblins go up and meet their Dark Lord and then go on a quest. You know what? I need to make sure we include the Goblin Gate in here. That's a very important part of this. Cool. Leb, yeah, wow, Leb, you sound like you know what you're talking about with graphic design. I agree with that. I think I'm going to leave it as it is. Almost, we'll see if we need it, but I think it stands out well enough at high zoom. Citadel of Shadow and Sin's pretty easy to read. And if you zoom in just a little bit, everything gets easy to read. I like the smaller text having the backgrounds, but I think the bigger ones are probably fine. Y'all let me know if you think otherwise. Slendy, thank you for shouting out Wriggly Little Hands. I appreciate that. I'm so glad that you loved it so much, man. Someone recently called it Temu Terry Pratchett. I thought that was hilarious. I'm not even mad. That's awesome. I kind of want to put that in my bio. I think I could make an entire career on being Temu Terry Pratchett. Impid, you said I could use the pen to click the end of the word, then click and hold at the other end of the word to move it around. Is that here, pin? Nah, that's like making nodes. That is the pin tool, though. Oh, Slendy, you've never read Pratchett. Dude, okay. Thud! Exclamation mark was my first Terry Pratchett book. Literally, this is the title. But you can't go wrong with Guards. I mean, you really can't go wrong with any single Terry Pratchett book. Those were my first two reads, and it got me hooked on Terry Pratchett. He's got like 60 books in the Discworld series. They're all roughly related, but you don't have to read them in any order, and they're all incredibly funny, satirical, and yet have an important commentary on various things. I'd start with either one of those. I think you can't really go wrong. Alright, so let's see. Impage, you said click, use the pen, click end of word, then click and hold at the other end of the word to move it around. Oh, Slendy, Pratchett should be in used bookstores for sure. He's been his books have been out forever. So yeah, you should be able to find them, and they're totally fine. They're often small little paperbacks. I don't have one within reach at the moment. It's 5 feet over there. But yeah, you should be able to find them just fine. All right, y'all, I'm pretty happy with how this is looking. This is good progress today. Where are we going next is my question. I guess we do need to put the Goblin Gate in here. That's a pretty plot-relevant area. And I think I know what I could use for that. Let's see. Yes, something like this should do. At least for just a representation, you know. This isn't... Let's zoom in so you can actually see these stamps. This isn't too bad. Kind of two big tusks. It's not quite accurate. An archway like this could work. I think it's not quite right. It's a good idea, Slendy. You keep a list of authors and books on your phone because you get overwhelmed at used bookstores. Yeah, I feel you. Terry Pratchett will be in the fantasy section. His books are very, very, widely out there. I think that you would have no problem finding them there. Gotcha, Impage. I think I know what you mean. It's like placing two nodes, then selecting them both, and you can like kind of twist and turn them. I can think of the comparison in Inkscape. For the moment, though, I'm gonna find. Oh, that's nice. I didn't know we had swamp ponds. That's kind of cool. I was trying to find an archway, or maybe these are a little too literal. Oh wait, was it? It wasn't an arch. It was an obelisk in the book, actually. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Okay, those are a little bit too photorealistic. Nothing in Fantasy World. Let's check out Parchment World. Nothing there either. All right, I feel the obelisk hate. Y'all ain't got no love for the obelisk. I see how the asset library is. George John, yeah, Wednesday, Fantasy Map Wednesday. Dude, I'm just indulging a little bit. I got excited about it and wanted to do it. All right, that's a little bit too Egyptian kind of vibe, but I'm not seeing a lot of other obelisks. What I need is like let me just do pillar. Check out that. See if we got something for pillar. Yeah, that's kind of dwarvish. That's not quite right. Slendy, time to make our own obelisk. Maybe. We could probably do that. It is a very specific asset in the book, right? Like, it's a very specific area. So I'm not surprised. Spiky rock. Oh, you know what? Like stalactites. I don't even know if that's the right way to spell it. Yeah, it is. Stalactite and stalagmite, I believe, is the other one. Stalagmite. Yep. All right. You know, I could probably just search cave. Oh, well, here we go. Never mind. This'll do. Something like that. Something like that'll get us there. Maybe a little bit more green. I will search cave, though, just to see what our options are. Yeah, I think we're best with stalactites. Or mites. I don't know. I don't know which is which. I look it up, I learn it, and then I forget it the next time I need it. Impage, you said stalagmite is the one from the floor? Or here, other name is confident. It says stalagmites on the ground, stalactites on the ceiling. Ah. That's a good way to think about it. It's a good way to think about it. I like it. Thank you. Slendy says titles hold on, or stalactites hold on tight to the ceiling. That works. Well done, y'all. Thank you. I appreciate that. Why is the hue of this not changing at all? I'm maxing out the hue slider. We can change the brightness. That's actually pretty relevant because it's supposed to be a pretty creepy looking ash-filled, ash-smothered object in the book. I think that's good enough. Mandori, I am not. I am making a specific thing from the book called the Goblin Gate. It is a obelisk, a shrine the Dark Lord has erected from, it's pretty gross, from the cremated remains of an army from the First and the Half Age, and he uses it to tap into the power of hell to bring up evil servants. But on the backside, the goblins have drawn stick figures on it and turned it into the magical Goblin Gate, where they do their goblin magic, which is very different than the Dark Lord's evil magic. Now we just got to put it, I don't know exactly where it exists in the world, so we got to put it somewhere. I'm trying to think through the story without giving any spoilers, but it's in the first couple chapters. It's probably going to be somewhere around out here between the caverns of Whispering Web. Yeah, it actually has a canonical location, Mandori. They come back from here, they go down this way, and they're somewhere around the swamp when they use it. So maybe we're going to put it up here in the mountains. Yeah, I think right around here works. Just thinking through where it is in the story. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut back the swamp a little bit. We're going to make a little special region for our creepy Goblin Gate. We're going to paint the ground a little bit creepy. Yeah, something like this. Mandori says, what's the ecology of the Whispering Web? The Whispering Web is actually a bunch of caverns beneath a mountain range. We just used ravines, cliff sides, to try to like show how it's a cutout. They are just a long series of endless caverns beneath the mountains full of a giant spider who has haunted the world since the first sunset. And her thousands and thousands of chittering babies that occupy it. And eat everything that comes in, except for goblins, because goblins don't taste good, and they're too slimy to get a good grip on. So I'd say the ecology of that area is generally scary, generally bad. I think we're going to cut the trees back, and we're just going to have like kind of plants and grasses here, and that's as close as it's gonna, that stuff's going to get to the Goblin Gate. Yes, it does look like it's taller than the mountain, which is not, but we're working with the limitations we have. I do kind of want to get, I do want it to be named though. It's a pretty relevant location, but it's going to need some small text on it, so there we go. I'm going to change our goblin text here to be Goblin Gate. Jordan, welcome in, my friend. Good morning to you. How you doing? Thanks for being here. All right, we're going to make Goblin a little bit smaller, because this isn't that important of an area, but it should be named at least. And let's up that curvature. I want to name it like we did with the Citadel of Shadow and Sin, where it's a circle like around it. I think that's a cool way to do it. So we're gonna put this here. We're gonna. Whoop, that was too far down. Grab you, go over top of it. Put this like this, and then we're gonna up the curve. Something like that. Goblin, and now copy paste. We're gonna reverse the curve. And we're going to make it say gate. Now I think the spacing's a bit off on that, so let's change that spacing. I cannot. It is at minimum spacing. Alright, it's going to have to be like that then. The Basement Bindery. Cool name, man. Hey, welcome in. This is inkcarnate.com. It is a free fantasy map maker online. And we're using it to make a map from a book. And that book is Wriggly Little Hands. It's about goblins on a road trip to save the Dark Lord. And they're not as evil as they think they are, so they actually mess it up and do good every time they try to do evil. It's a lot of fun. And this is the map from it. You can find the book on Amazon, an ebook, audiobook, paperback, any format you desire. Yeah, Slendy, it would be cool if they had an app for Incarnate. I could totally see them putting it on like iPad. It probably just works if you go there on like tablet or whatever. It'd probably be alright. Alright, I think Goblin Gate. Let's do... Grab both of these. Can I center align them? Yeah. Well, that's text alignment. I want to align them in reference to each other. It's good enough. It's close. No, Eric, you don't have to buy it. Incarnate is totally free. There is a paid version if you want it, but you don't have to use it. Free version is totally fine. I used the free version literally until I started doing it on stream and just wanted to make sure we had access to everything. Also, if you do get it, it's $5 a month or like $25 for the year, which is a heck of a deal. Mandary, we're gonna finish the Goblin Gate, and then I'm probably gonna wrap up stream for the day. I got some work to get to, but we got to pick the next region we're gonna go to. There's a lot of options out here. Not all of their names are there either. Also got an interesting challenge of like how to make the Plains of Abandoned Hope and Paralyzing Fear look interesting visually, because like it's just plains. So we got to do that. We got to put some mountains in up here for the Orc Mountains. This is the hoodoos of who goes there right here. There's supposed to be a river with Rapids of Regret somewhere. We got a lot of named locations we got to get in here. So we're gonna work through them all. But first, I'm just gonna highlight Goblin Gate so it stands out. Like that, and like this. There we go. That should do it, I think. There you go, Goblin Gate, off to the side of the map. Hey, welcome in, Iron Grasshopper. Cool name, by the way. I wouldn't have expected Grasshopper to be a strong-sounding name, but Iron Grasshopper sounds like... That's pretty intimidating, actually. Welcome in, dude. Happy Wednesday to you. Welcome to our fantasy map stream. Typically we do this on Fridays, but I jumped the gun. I got overexcited. I wanted to do it today. So here we are. And here is our Goblin Gate. I think this text needs to be a little bit bigger. It's going to be hard to do now that it's placed with all these assets beneath it. There we go. Ungroup, change text size, kind of like that. And now we'll put our highlighting back behind it. And this one. There we go. I think that's probably pretty good. All right, y'all. I like it. I think that's, we made some small progress today, but I'm not mad about it. Let's get a quick save. We added a nice little druid village at the suggestion of Mandery. Thank you very much, Mandery. We added the Goblin Gate. We touched up the swamp a little bit. And guys, be thinking on it, because I'm going to kick off next on Friday. On Friday, we're going to be working on the map again. I'm going to kick it off with a vote on Friday of what region we should go to next. So be thinking about it, y'all. We got all this area here, and we got a lot of fun locations to pick from, including the Hoodoos of Who Goes There, the Rapids of Regret, these unnamed Orc Mountains, the Plains of Abandoned Hope and Paralyzing Fear. I'm sure there's a few more I need to double check in the book. So yeah, it's going to be a good time. So think about what area you want to see next, because we got to start filling all this in. But thanks for being here today, folks. Just as a reminder, this map we're making is from this book here, Wriggly Little Hands. It's my comedy fantasy about goblins on a road trip to save the Dark Lord. And they're not as evil as they think they are, so they try to do evil and they end up doing good, and it gets chaotic. It's been described as a session of D&D where nobody put any points into intelligence and the DM is taking a shot after every chapter, which is a very flattering description. That was exactly what I was going for. Thank you for the follows, y'all. I appreciate that. Iron Grasshopper, the Basement Bindery Elijah. Thank you very much, y'all. Pleasure to have you here. Happy Wednesday to you. But yeah, so here, good progress on the map today. Give you a quick little zoom in on all our details. We have legally distinct Mordor here, also known as the Kingdom of Darkness. I really need to move this title up here because it's actually it's kind of tough actually, because like that refers to basically the top like diagonal of the map up here. So we'll think about where to put that. And then we have the Caverns of Whispering Web. Couple spiders, just a couple spiders in there, not too many. No, let's not get excessive. And then the Swamp of Sadness and Sweaty Underthings with our goblin main characters. Yeah, where they start out. We got a lot more to do, but thanks for joining me today, folks. As always, if you enjoyed today's stream, please do give me a follow so I can catch you on the next one. We will be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Central Time, and also Friday at the same time. And if you missed the stream, like Diary, welcome in. I'm sorry I'm closing it down on you, but remember, if you go to youtube.com/@author Alex Knight, there'll be a replay right there of the stream, literally recording as we go. So you can go back and watch everything we just did. But folks, thank you for tuning in today. A special thanks to Kevin MacLeod of Incompetech.com for his songs Farm, Manor, Cottages, and Northern Glade, which provided our background music today. As well, an extra special thank you to our community member Raffi the Engineer, who made our 5th song Midnight at the Round Table. Raffi, thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. Folks, thank you for tuning in with me today. Be back tomorrow, same time, same place. And hey, have a great Wednesday, everybody. Happy Hump Day. Catch you tomorrow. Be good.